What is going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, we'll be covering this shooting in Las Vegas between two YouTubers, or three YouTubers. One's co-streamers that lost their lives, husband and wife, at the hands of this guy right here. AKA Sin City Manny, whose real name is Manuel Ruiz, 41-year-old man that is presently locked up for the murder of these two people here that you see, which is Rodney Finley, AKA Finny the Legend, and Tanisha Finley, his wife, who co-streams with him on his channel. Both of these people are dead. Now, I showed yesterday he went to court, right? Court details have come out, and this crime right here is really vicious. And we're going to go a little bit into it today, and I'm going to talk about YouTube a little bit more with you guys. It was some things I left out in my last video. A lot of you guys said it was helpful for you. And I also want to read something to you somebody sent me that was close to these people. And it has a lot to do. I think it has a big thing of why this guy, Sin City Manny, was the way he was. So one thing about YouTube, before we go in this video, let me tell you something about YouTube. YouTube can make you feel like you're bigger than you are sometimes. Whether it's from comments of people telling you they like you and, oh, your channel's good and this and that. But you always have to maintain that balance of self and be humble. Because everything that's given to you can be taken away at any given time. Take a look at this and we'll come back and I'll explain more to you guys. This is truly horrendous.
He used to live stream his walks down the strip, calling out critics and firing off opinions. But now Manuel Ruiz is in jail facing 2 murder charges after a confrontation with a longtime rival was caught on camera. From live streaming life on the strip
Good morning, Mr. Ruiz.
to facing a judge for murder, Manuel Ruiz is now behind bars accused of killing a couple in a shooting that was also streamed online seconds before it happened.
Holding you on no bail.
Ruiz said nothing in court as Judge Susan Baucom stated the charges, 2 counts of open murder with a deadly weapon. The victims are 44-year-old Rodney Finley and 43-year-old Tanisha Finley. The two, police say, were in a long-running feud with Ruiz, a feud that played out on YouTube for months. Sunday night, it turned deadly. The Finleys were live streaming near the Bellagio fountains. Moments later, shots rang out. The Clark County coroner determined Tanisha was shot twice in the head, Rodney multiple times. Both died at the scene.
We heard about 7 to 8 gunshots when we're sitting out here in the balcony.
Ruiz's wife told officers she believed her husband was the shooter, but that their family had received threats too. YouTuber Marquise Wiley was in court Tuesday and told me he watched the messy dispute unfold, even stating he had seen Ruiz make threats in the past.
It was over views, competing who's going to be the biggest YouTube creator in Las Vegas, who's going to have all the clout. What Ruiz did was, it was unethical, it was stupid, because those victims did not deserve to get killed.
Ruiz told police he fired in self-defense, but when police played him the live stream, he lawyered up. Now, the videos that fueled this feud likely part of the evidence. And Ruiz is due back in court on Thursday morning. That's when a judge will decide if he can post bail or stay behind bars as this case continues. Reporting in downtown Las Vegas, I'm Melissa Bethencourt.
2 people on the Las Vegas Strip makes his first court appearance. Police say that Manuel Ruiz shot and killed 2 people over an ongoing feud. According to an arrest report, he claims that it was self-defense and he was ordered to be held without bail. The next court hearing set for this Thursday. We're also learning more details about the deadly shooting of a YouTuber and his wife on the Strip. It happened on Sunday. We want to thank you for joining us live at 6. I'm Latoya Silman.
And I'm Jim Snyder. Glad you're with us tonight. Police have identified the victims as Rodney and Tanisha Finley. A GoFundMe has been set up to pay the funeral expenses for the couple that other streamers say were visiting from Arizona when the shooting happened. We have live team coverage for you tonight. Christian Drummond has been talking with a witness to the shooting.
Yeah, but let's start with Tiffany Lane with a breakdown of Manny Ruiz's arrest report and also the alleged beef between the YouTubers prior to the shooting. Tiffany?
Manuel Ruiz is claiming self-defense in this situation. Now, local YouTubers say, let's let the justice system decide. But however that decision goes, they say This online beef between the YouTubers should have never gone this far.
It was unethical, it was stupid, and he deserved to be in prison.
The YouTube world responding after a shooting that led to the death of Tanisha and Ronald Finley.
They were kind. They were beautiful people. They were. He was a good father. He was a great grandfather. He was funny. She was full of life.
YouTuber The Other Me, who streams all around Vegas, calls the Finleys his friends. He also knows Manuel Ruiz, the man accused of killing the couple on Sunday night.
It's not only bad for both families and their children, which our heart breaks for the children because their lives are destroyed on both sides of this. It's bad for our community.
Ronald, known on the platform as Finny the Legend, and Ruiz had an ongoing feud online. Manny's YouTube page with his wife Juliana called Sin City Family, where he's often seen wearing face paint. Manny's first appearance in court on Tuesday with streamers in the audience.
I'm showing up today just to say all YouTubers are not like that. I'm showing up for the victims because they did not deserve to get killed.
According to Metro's arrest report, Manny told police that when he ran into Finny on Las Vegas Boulevard Sunday night, he believed Finny was reaching for a gun and shot in self-defense. The report states Manny also shot twice at Finny's wife Tanisha because he thought she was reaching for a gun too. Turns out it was a cell phone and a gimbal. The Other Me and other YouTubers believe the beef between the two parties goes back to an incident in the Valley.
Something that happened 2 years ago on Halloween. There was a pepper spray incident, and there was kind of a scuffle on Fremont Street.
One witness told police Manny threatened both him and Finny in the past by making finger gun gestures with his hand while saying pow, pow, pow. Manny's wife also told police that Finny and Manny recently had an altercation on Fremont Street, and Manny was cited for battery. The Other Me says things should have never gone this far.
I never in a million years thought that it would get to this level.
I stopped by Manny's home Tuesday to get a comment from his wife. No one answered. Now, also in that arrest report, police did ask Manny's wife about a video that Manny posted the day before the shooting. Essentially, he's driving around in his car, threatening someone and asking them to show up. Now, Manny's wife did deny knowing about that video in the arrest report. There are a lot of layers here. It's a very complicated situation, an ongoing beef that some have been following since the beginning, but we will continue to follow this story and provide updates as they become available. Reporting live from downtown Las Vegas, I'm Tiffany Lane for News 3.
All right, guys, you've seen it. This dude, Sin City Manny Ruiz, 41-year-old YouTuber, locked up, double murder. Now, I'm going to read something to you. Somebody sent me this yesterday, right? And it has some backstory with this. These people are close to Manny. Now check this out. It says, a little more backstory. Manny quit his full-time job with 4 kids and a wife with less than 4,000 subs. Manny was desperate to keep subs and people who gave super chats. The second a supporter showed support for another supporter, he would use all 4 platforms, because he has 4 channels, I guess, to badmouth the traitor. Manny had several incidents, many of which have been caught on his live streams before later being deleted. It was all Manny. Our friends were on Fremont Street for this altercation, and in a separate one, that's the one we showed the video, and in a separate one, they were pepper sprayed too. Manny made several enemies as he couldn't handle losing money in super chats. He also assaulted an old man on Fremont without consequences as the man was visiting from another country and failed to file charges. Manny has been a bad guy for a long time. 2 years ago, we spent a few live streams with Manny and Julie, his wife. When he went ghetto and territorial, we immediately cut ties. Now, let me explain something to you about YouTube. Let's get back into that, right? YouTube, a lot of people don't understand. If you don't keep up with the updates and a lot of the, things coming out about stuff coming up in the future and stuff like this, YouTube is an ever-evolving planet. It's a planet. This is the second largest search engine in the world other than Google, who owns what? YouTube. At any given time, you can recreate yourself. Now, I'm going to tell you something. This guy right here is a dumbass and a liar. And I think it's dumb on both parts. Yeah, they're the victims, but they played a part in this too with the silly stuff. Keeping up the bullshit banter. Look at the end of this whole thing, people. Look at the end of this. This guy, him, is locked up, said he has 4 children. Oh, I know he has a wife. All because of his ego. Probably ain't never coming home. You got a man and a woman, husband and wife, dead, killed on the Las Vegas Strip in public after doing a live stream in a city where you know a guy don't like you. Makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. This whole thing is stupid, and like what's intriguing about it is it could have been avoided. I would never make a YouTube channel just to shit on somebody else on YouTube. Now, it's a big difference between content creators and live streamers. YouTube is a platform, you know, I guess it all counts as being a YouTuber, but there's a difference between a content creator and a live streamer. There are people that have YouTube channels, they just get on TV all day for like hours and talk. If it works for them, it works. If they love it, like it, I love it. There are some channels that are like that. Beef channels going back and forth. And there are people that are in these channels paying money, supporting these people, getting entertainment from it, stoking the flames. And then when something like this happens, you get everybody that either fade into the mist, go to somebody else that got another beef channel, or you got people coming out and talking about it like, oh, this could have been stopped a while ago, or it was senseless, this and that. It's always hindsight, is always 2020. Afterwards, after the fact, this is stupid stuff. Me, my channel, I knew when I first started my channel, the first thing I wanted to do was maintain some type of order on here and get ready for the negative comments. You know, and then another thing is there are people out here that are obsessed with you and don't like you and you don't even know it. I've met a few of them, not personally, but I've seen them. You know what I'm saying? These people come and do all kind of crazy. I could tell you story after story about strange stuff I've seen where people, namely men, say brutal things on the channel or don't think I'll get any type of wind of it and say issue death threats and stuff like that. For what? For what? My opinion is my opinion. My road on YouTube is my road. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't really see me going and beefing with other people or putting people on the spot. I worked hard to be where I'm at. And I'm more than sure these other people worked hard to be where they're at. But it's a big difference in understanding how the algorithm works and understanding how YouTube works. This guy was upset and you keep hearing it. Super chats. He was mad about super chats. They was battling to see who's going to be the biggest in Los Angeles. Y'all got a long way before you the biggest in Los Angeles. I can name off my hand 3 or 4, hell, probably 5 YouTubers that are bigger than these guys, and they got a long way to go. You know what I'm saying? They say on average, last time I checked with the analytics, they said on average, it takes about 1.5 years to get monetized. Both of them was monetized. What you worrying about? It's different phases. If you want to be a full-time YouTuber, you start and you start the crawl, then you learn how to walk, then you learn how to run, then you learn how to sprint, and you learn how to do everything else. But it's always a journey. It's always a journey. And if you don't understand the algorithm, you'll never get it. You'll never get it. You know, and I'm still trying to figure it out because the YouTube algorithm is constantly evolving. People think YouTube is a building where it's a bunch of people that walk around and watch screens all day and check and see who's doing this and who they're not. They're not. YouTube is a machine. A lot of people don't know that it's an algorithm. The algorithm is a machine. It is ever evolving. It's one of the highest technologies out. It's the size of an Amazon warehouse. All these servers. People don't know that YouTube's a thing. It's not even a company of people. That's why when you go to call and talk to YouTube, you don't talk to a live person. Unless you know how to go into your analytics and talk directly to customer support, there is no number to call for YouTube. It's not. Another thing is, I want to address something. People are like, oh, they took his channel down. YouTube took his channel down. No, they did not. Because it's part of evidence. They're not going to take your channel down. They're not. There are people that are locked up right now and their channels are still up. You know what I'm saying? They did some crazy crimes. Their channel's still up. That channel come down when somebody take it down. So who took it down? You know what I mean? Because that's evidence. Another thing is, once you delete your stuff, you can never get it back. People don't know that neither. They think, oh, it's this big network where they can go in there and just pull a video that you done deleted and get it back. They can't. It's hundreds of thousands of deletions every second on YouTube. These people cannot pull stuff back. They try, because I did it before. I erased the video by accident. And I called them immediately. They got on the thing. They're like, we can't even pull it back. We can't retrieve it. We sorry. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of myths people don't know. Another thing is, super chats are something that the people give you. That don't mean your channel good. People just appreciate what you said. You might have been funny. You might have said something that they agreed with. You might have helped them do. Super chats, they come and go. You know, it's just showing appreciation for you. But you're getting mad and calling people traitors because they go give money to somebody else. So you think your channel's the only channel they're supposed to like? That shows a lot about the psyche and the ego and the mentality that some people have. Now, I will say this. People are saying, oh, you can't kill somebody over YouTube. It's bigger than that. And let me explain it. Let me explain. And by no way am I defending this guy. I'm trying to teach you guys something about YouTube and how you go through the process. Remember I said you learn to walk, crawl, and then walk? It's certain things that go through your mind after you start seeing your numbers going up and down and you start making money. It said he quit his job after he got 4,000 subs. That means to me, looking at it from my standpoint, he might have got a big payday the first check he got. And remember I told you guys before, I was saying, hey, you know, when you have, the worst thing you can do is get a viral video. Right before I got monetized, right? I was on here probably about 7 months. And I was at like 3,000 subscribers. And you know, before they used to say you had to get 4,000 hours of watch time and you got to get 2,000 subscribers, 3,000 subscribers. So I made the 3,000 subscribers, but that watch time was hard because I'm learning camera presence. I'm learning what my channel is going to be about. I'm trying to get comfortable talking in front of the camera and I'm trying not to stumble over my words. I'm just going through the motions. So my watch time was low. You see what I'm saying? Keeping people's entertained, it was low. They would watch what I would say a little bit and then see what my video was about and they would go on because I was new. I wasn't where I am now. You know what I'm saying? And that 4,000 hours of watch time was a mountain that I thought I would never climb, but I never stopped. Now, once you get monetized, right? And I told you about the viral video stuff. I did a video on Deion Sanders. That video took off. My first monetization check, right? In 24 hours, I made that 1,000 hours of watch time. Once I did that and I got the acceptance and the endorsement in the YouTube partnership, my first YouTube check was $3,600. I wasn't expecting that because, you know, you see people on TV like, oh, I got, you know, YouTubers like, hey, I got paid my first YouTube check. It's $80, $90. I said, I just want to be where I can make some income and start charting and studying how this works to see if I want to keep doing it. Once I got that check and it said $3,600 on it, I had to slow myself down. I had to slow myself down because I'm like, wow, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I didn't know it was going to be like that. And, you know, luckily for me, my channel blew up because the algorithm figured out what kind of channel I am. That's the thing. If you're doing a bunch of different things, a bunch of different topics, the YouTube algorithm will not catch you to where it can connect you with the viewers that it thinks you want. Thing about YouTube is it's programmed to make you succeed. And both of these people were successful. Manny had 12,000 subscribers. Why are you arguing with a guy with 2,000 subscribers? Regardless if he makes a channel about you, because if anything, it brings traffic to you and your subscribers go up. They don't think, a lot of people don't have business minds. A lot of people put their feelings behind the keyboard. Can't do that. You can't do that. I get negative comments every day. And a lot of times my worst critics wind up being some of my best supporters in the end when they figure you out. It's just life. You shot this guy twice in the head and then multiple times in the arm. The woman, she was standing there when he was giving it to the man. Shot her in the back of the head twice. He said he thought she had a gun, but it was a gimbal. And yeah, okay. You claim self-defense. Why'd you run then? Why'd you run? Why'd you throw the gun in the damn thing? In the trash can in the parking lot of Paris Casino? Why did it take you so long to turn yourself in? The Las Vegas Strip full of police. When you blasted, you know they was coming en masse to that to the sound of the gun blast. You could have stayed there and played your case, but you didn't. I told you before, it's always a plan A, never a plan B. You let somebody push you to the point, a father of 4 children and a wife, let somebody push you to the point where you just forgot about everything you've tried to build and everybody depending on you to pull the trigger on somebody that live in another state and is a smaller YouTuber than you. Who joins YouTube and gets knocked off their square and throws it all away? This type does. There are a lot of beef channels out here, and controversy always sells people. It does. But in the end, nobody wins. And a lot of people lose that ain't got nothing directly to do with the page. That the person that's striving hard to get to a certain level, they're dependent on them, and they do this type of stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy. You got to temper yourself when you're on YouTube. You do. It's very hard to do what we do. I thought when I got this silver plaque in February, something happens. Fireworks would go off. Angels would sing. It doesn't. It's just sitting there collecting dust like the rest of these pictures that I have to wipe off once a week. Doesn't. It's just an achievement. Nothing's bigger than you. You make your channel go. You get on here and you push record. Now your family, you know, which is your channel, they support you. And if you're doing the right things, they'll ride with you. And I appreciate my family. You know what I'm saying? Brothers and sisters all. But I mean, I'm not going to lose my mind because somebody goes and gives money to somebody else. Or I see somebody in somebody else's live stream and I attack them when I see them on my page. What kind of person am I? Who am I to do that? At the end of the day, I'm still a regular human being, just like you guys. You know, I just happen to pop up videos and, you know, look like I'm somebody. At the end of the day, man, we all just people. The faster we realize that, the better off we'll be. I'm not going to sell myself short by taking somebody's life because my ego gets in the way. And I damn sure ain't going to make my channel about attacking another person or people or thing where, you know, that's how I want to be known. Say said this thing was going on for a while, months, and nobody refused to back down. These are men in their 40s. Heartbreaking. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm sorry I dragged it on, but I had a lot on my mind with this. It's truly tragic. You know what I mean? It's truly tragic. After that first interaction, when they got that Fremont Street thing and she went up there and talked, I'd have left it alone because it was already out there, and I'd have moved on to better things, and I would have continued focus on myself and my channel and my journey on YouTube. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.